Hello dear children. Now we are in the lecture video 2 of the chapter 11 called Determination of Equilibrium Price and Output under Perfect Competition. Okay. So in the first video we have already discussed the first equilibrium condition, that is MR equals to MC. I mean the SMC, that is the short run marginal cost, okay, is equals to MR. Okay, that is marginal revenue. Now in this second video we will discuss about the second equilibrium condition where average revenue is more than short run average cost, okay, or average revenue is less than short run average cost, or average revenue is equals to short run average cost. So this is your second condition, and in the second condition we have three different phases out here. Okay, you can see it out here. Okay, so the three different phases are there. Okay, so be it this situation, that is AR is greater than SAC, okay, or AR is smaller than SAC, or AR is equals to SAC. All these three phases, or the you can say the types or the conditions, are the second equilibrium condition. Okay, so now let us see here in this thing, that is, to understand the second equilibrium condition we must know that from the very first condition, that in all these three cases, okay, be it your this condition, okay, AR is more than SAC, AR is smaller than SAC, or AR is equals to SAC, in all these three conditions, okay, SMC should be equals to MR, which means that for the second equilibrium condition, this is constant. Okay, you must satisfy this condition first, and then you can move on to the next condition. Okay, so and you should also know that the price is more than the average variable cost. Okay, that is the price. By price we mean MR, isn't it? We know that. We know it from the very beginning. Okay, and this MR is equals to SMC, isn't it? So these two conditions are constant. That is, for all these three conditions of the second equilibrium condition, okay, or you can say the three different phases. Okay, for these three conditions, SMC should be equals to MR, and P or MR should be more than average variable cost. Okay, and you should remember that the formula of profit is pi is equals to TR minus TC. Okay, so in economics this pi stands for profit. Okay, so now let us discuss all these three different conditions one by one. Let us discuss this condition first, that is AR is more than SAC. Now we have already discussed that short run average cost curve lies below, okay, it should lie below this, okay, at the equilibrium. Okay, so it should it is a, first of all, it is a U-shaped curve, okay, and it must cut this the what do you say, this curve of MR, or average revenue or price, from below. Okay, so we have already seen this condition in this also, I mean the first equilibrium condition. Okay, so that is your SAC. So SAC curve is a U-shaped curve. Okay, I have already explained this out here, and because of this SAC, SMC is also affected. Okay, so you know this condition from the lecture video 1. So you can see this out here, that this equilibrium condition, I mean the point of intersection between this SAC and SMC is lying below the line of this price. Okay, it's lying below this equilibrium line, okay, where your SMC should be equals to AR or P or MR. Okay, so when your SAC, I mean the point of intersection, okay, so just have a look at this. Okay, just have a look at this point of intersection between SMC and SAC, this point. Okay, so this point is lying below the point of equilibrium. Now when will you achieve the point of equilibrium? as I have already said, that this is the first necessary condition. SMC should be equals to MR, isn't it? So in the first lecture video also I have explained that SMC equals to MR. So this is the first necessary condition of the equilibrium. Okay, so this will remain fixed in all the three cases. Okay, be it AR is more than SSC, or AR is smaller than SSC, or AR equals to SAC. Okay, so you can see this out here, that this is your point of equilibrium where SMC is intersecting this P or AR or MR. Okay, so when SMC is equals to MR, this point is known as the point of equilibrium. Okay, but you can see this out here, that where this SMC and SAC, they are intersecting at this particular point. Okay, so this point is lying below the equilibrium. Okay, so it means that a firm is earning abnormal profit or supernormal profit, or you can say pure profit, as it is shown in the figure. Okay, so this area, this shaded area, is the area of abnormal profit. And whenever a firm earns abnormal profit, it attracts new firms in the market. So there will be the entry of the new firms. Okay, so until and unless this abnormal profit is completely wiped out of the market, new firms will continue to enter in the market. Okay, firm 1, firm 2, okay, I mean the new firms. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's going to enter the market continuously until and unless this abnormal profit is completely wiped off from the market. Okay, so whenever this situation occurs in the market, I mean the situation of abnormal profit, it attracts the new firms in the market. Okay, so I hope you have understood this condition. Again, I want to repeat one more time that for this condition, okay, you must refer to this point. First, refer to this point. It will be very, very simple. SMC should be equals to P or MR or AR, whatever you say. Okay, so this is your point of equilibrium. Okay, this is your point of equilibrium, and this point of equilibrium is uh, everywhere. You can find everywhere. Okay, so you can find everywhere. So see this point of equilibrium, it is lying here also, and here also. So in all the three conditions, SMC will cut this line of P or AR or MR at an equilibrium point. So in all the three necessary conditions, I mean in all these three conditions, SMC will intersect P at any point, and that point is known as the equilibrium. Okay, so it will be intersecting, don't worry. In all the three cases, SMC will intersect. Okay, don't worry about that. You just have to worry about the point of intersection of SMC and SAC, where it is lying. Okay, the point of intersection of SMC and SAC, if it is lying below the equilibrium, it is the situation of supernormal profit or abnormal profit. But if this line, if this point of intersection, okay, this point of intersection between SAC and SMC, if it is lying above the equilibrium, you can see it out here. This is the point of, see, SMC and SAC. They are lying above the equilibrium. Okay, so this point E, I mean, this line is the line of equilibrium, isn't it? So if it is lying above the line of equilibrium, it means the firm is earning loss. Okay, it is the condition of loss. But if the point of intersection of SMC, SAC, and P, if it lies at one single point of equilibrium, then it is the condition of normal profit. Okay, it's very, very simple. You just have to understand the positioning of the intersection of SAC and SMC, because we already know by default that SMC should be equals to AR or MR or P. Okay, so that is the first necessary condition that I discussed in the first lecture video. Now you can see this out here, that when AR is smaller than short-run average cost, it means that this curve is lying above the equilibrium line. Okay, and since we already know that P is more than, that is the price is more than the average variable cost, the firm will continue to produce in the short run despite the losses. Okay, not in the long run. Okay, long run is not in our discussion, by the way. Let's just keep it aside. But for the short run period, the firm will continue to produce even if it is incurring the loss. Why so? Because the price is more than the average variable cost. But remember that the firm is incurring the losses. And how the firm is incurring losses? Because it should be noted that average revenue is more than average variable cost. Okay, at this point of time, okay, when the firm is incurring losses. But at this situation, your average revenue is smaller than short-run average cost. Now, this short-run average cost, it includes both average fixed cost and the average variable cost. So this particular condition, okay, AR is more than AVC or P is more than AVC is only including AVC, that is the variable cost. But what about the fixed cost? So if you include the average fixed cost also into this AVC, then you can say that this is your short-run average cost. So since short-run average cost is more than the average revenue, it means that the firm is earning losses. Okay, and you can see the shaded portion out here. So this shaded portion is the area of the losses. So what happens when there is loss in the market now? The existing firm will exit the market. Okay, they will leave the market. So until and unless this loss is minimized or it is nullified, okay, that is that this loss becomes zero, the existing firm will continue to exit the market. Okay, one, two, three, they will keep on leaving the market. So you have seen this first condition of abnormal profit. What is happening in the abnormal profit? In this situation, new firm will enter the market until and unless this abnormal profit is completely wiped out. Okay, new firm will come in case of abnormal profit, but in case of the loss, the existing firm will leave the market. Okay, uh, but remember that the existing firms, however, they will continue to produce in the market despite the losses. Okay, remember, firm will leave the market, however, okay, but not all the firms, I mean the entire industry will not vanish in just one single day. Okay, because in an industry, in the market, there are large number of sellers. We have already discussed this condition before also. Okay, that there are large number of sellers. So from that large number, few sellers will leave the market. Okay, if they cannot face the loss. Okay, that depends upon their uh, uh, what do you say, that depends upon them. Okay, so but if they continue to face the loss in the short run, they will leave the market. Okay, remember this, but the market will not be affected. Okay, so this is quite you may be thinking that it's quite disturbing because we are having loss and the firms are leaving. Okay, I'm saying that the firms are leaving. Again, I'm saying that the firms may not leave also. Why? Because we are sticking to the short run period. Okay, so in the short run period, the firms will obviously, it will not lose. I mean, it will not leave the market, by the way. But if it continues to happen, then the firm will obviously, it will leave the market. Why? Because the market is not more, sorry, the market is no more attractive, isn't it? So in the long run, the firm may leave the market. Okay. Now, what happens when this SAC or the SMC and this P, AR, and MR, they intersect at one single point of equilibrium? Remember, this point of equilibrium is already fixed. Okay, this SMC is equals to P or MR. This point of equilibrium is already fixed out here. Here you can see this This is the point of equilibrium. Again here, this is the point of equilibrium. But what happens when SMC and ACC also intersect at this equilibrium situation? So it should be noted that at this point, the firm earns normal profit. Okay, the firm will earn normal profit. So at this condition, no new firm will enter the market and no existing firm will leave the market or exit the market. Okay, so as we have discussed in the previous video, that at this point the cost, okay, the the cost of production, or you can say this in the simple language, that is the SMC, is equals to the marginal revenue. So when the marginal cost is equal to the marginal revenue, how the firm will earn profit now? Okay, if a firm is selling its products at its cost of production, then how the firm will earn the profit? The firm will earn profit by maximizing the sale volume. The firm will earn by maximizing the sale volume. Okay, so uh, I don't want to discuss in great detail about this. And yeah, uh, from the tomorrow's examination perspective, this will not be included because this is quite disturbing. So I will discuss this later. Okay, we will discuss about this later. So these are the three conditions that I wanted to discuss. Okay, and yes, we can discuss about this particular situation when the firm is selling its product at the cost price. I mean, at the cost of making, and uh, that cost of making is equal to the price. So how the firm will earn profit now? That's a big question, right? So that is how we understand the situation of perfectly competitive market, that in the firm will earn profit by maximizing its sale volume. So we can discuss about this in great detail, uh, but the discussion will be, obviously it will be out of the syllabus, but however we can discuss about that in great detail. So from the examination perspective, this much is the explanation that I want to give right now. Okay, so we must understand that in all these three cases, again I want to repeat that SMC is equals to MR and P is more than AVC is already existing out here. Okay, basically this condition of equilibrium. Okay, SMC is equals to MR. This is the condition of equilibrium. Okay, and this, it applies or it exists in all these three phases or the conditions of the second equilibrium condition. Okay, that is this. Okay, see, when AR is more than SAC, SMC is equals to MR. Again, when AR is smaller than SAC, SMC is equals to MR. And when AR is equals to SAC, again SMC is equals to MR. So I hope you have understood this point. Okay, so basically when AR is smaller than or greater than or equals to, it only signifies the conditions of abnormal profit, losses, and the normal profit. Okay, so you just have to understand this: normal profit, abnormal profit, and the loss. Okay,